Good morning, good evening. I'm your host, Levi White. If you're an old sub, welcome back. And if you're a newcomer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with whomever you think might be interested in the topic. Today's subject is quite comical, laughable, and sad at the same time. We've all heard about the phenomenon called incel, involuntary celibate. These guys who claim that they can't get girlfriends or relationships with women because they are not the type of men that these women would want. You know, the 666, 6 feet tall, 6 figures income, and six packs. They are not the archetypes that the women would want. So therefore, they are forced to be celibate. They don't have any bedroom activities with the ladies. So therefore, they call themselves incels. And now they have a very, very, very great solution for their inceldom. It's called transmaxing. Let's read what the National Review has to say about quote unquote transmaxing. It is well established that some teenage girls choose to identify as boys to escape the difficulties of female adolescence. Now, the Daily Caller reports that some young men see transitioning as a solution to sexual frustration. These transmaxers and online communities of men who consider themselves involuntary celibates or incels are transitioning to the opposite sex to escape sexual rejection and improve their lives. One such individual wrote that he discovered his path when he got a new therapist. The therapist, he said, referred me to a new general practitioner he knows. Obviously, I told him nothing about being incel or disliking females, only that I always felt like a girl, which was a massive lie. This individual intended to keep his genitals intact while using cross-sex hormones to improve his sexual sensations and expand his dating pools. Keep that in mind because we're going to talk about this quote unquote expanding dating pools later. The Transmaxers online manifesto promises since females have the upper hand on the dating market, transitioning from male to female will usually improve your options when it comes to getting laid. In other words, if you can't beat them, join them. What I have to say about this situation is since masculinity in its form is been ridiculed, vilified, and labeled as toxic masculinity, now you have young boys who don't even want to be men. They don't want to be bothered with being men. They have swallowed their pride and say, let me join the female ranks because if I do so, I will get all the perks because being a man is not easy. Although they may claim that men have special privileges, and to that, I always ask what special privileges that men do have. The privileges to go to war, to die, to build and maintain society. Those are not privileges. Those are duties. But for these men, they have gave up on all that and said, F it, let me be a girl. Because according to their manifesto, if you transition, your dating pool will become wider. You can date lesbians, women. You can date quote unquote G-men. You can date a whole array of men only if you just swallow your pride and join the females. I'm not one to partake in that. I will not encourage such practices, but I'm coming from a point of view of understanding their frustration. I'm understanding where they are coming from. So far be it from me to judge anyone who partake in such practices because at the end of the day, these guys, they just want what normal men have or what normal men have access to, which is bedroom fun and to feel desired. Since according to them, they didn't win the genetic lottery, now they have to do some questionable things in order to satisfy their need. I think in general, that is a societal problem because men need to be men and women need to be women. But When you have one side essentially vilifying the other, making the other feel less than, because let's face it, women in the Western world nowadays feel like they are above men, they are superior to men, while claiming they are quote unquote oppressed and are only seeking equality, seeking to be treated fairly or with dignity. Is this a good solution for them? I mean, what else can they do? You wouldn't want them to turn into some violent type who's going to harm people. No, at least they have chosen the peaceful way to quote unquote transition to the other side. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because for me, I don't really think there is a problem with what they are doing, because at worst, they are only harming themselves. And let's face it, they have the right on their body to do whatever they want to do. But let me know if I'm full of it or not. Again, thanks for watching.